Magandang bisperas ng Halloween sa inyong lahat. October 30, 2020. Long weekend po tayo. Walang trading sa Lunes. Special holiday po ito. Ito po si Benji Chidoro. Please join me as we have news on DITO and IMI. The result of trading sa PSE. Lahat ng yan dito lamang sa October 30, 2020 Halloween edition ng The Stock Market Today. Bago po ang lahat, basahin po muna natin ang ating reminders at disclaimers. At habang binabasa po natin ito, kung first time niyo po dito sa ating channel, ay nag-start po akong magbigay ng daily stock market report noong August. Inaanyayahan ko po kayo na mag-subscribe sa aking channel para palagi po tayong updated sa balik nating impormasyon tungkol sa stock market at ang mga active stocks sa merkado. Ako po ay isang retired employee ng isa sa pinakamalaking bangko sa Pilipinas. Naging OFW din po ako nung ma-assign po akong maging compliance head ng aming branch sa Hong Kong. Mga 8 months din po akong namalagi sa ibang bansa. Pagkatapos mo noon ay nasign po ako sa biyaya ng Diyos na maging Chief Compliance Officer ng isang subsidiary ng bangko. And since early 2000 ay nag-start po akong mag-invest regularly sa UITFs at pagkatapos ay sa stocks. Salamat po at tignan po muna natin ang ating mga balita. Ito po ay galing sa Manila Times. DITO rejects third telco label, hints earlier launch. The China-backed DITO Telecommunity Corp on Thursday rejected its third telco status, saying it is confident of besting PLDT Inc. and Globe Telecom Inc. with its aggressive 5th-generation 5G network and that it might hold its commercial launch earlier than planned. During a viral briefing, DITO Chief Technology Officer Rodolfo Santiago said the telecommunications firm, a consortium of Beijing-run China Telecommunications Corp and Dennis Oi's Udena Corp and subsidiary Chelsea Logistics and Infrastructure Holdings Corp, targeted to dominate the sector with efforts focused on 4th generation or long-term evolution and 5G technology. Sabi nila, we don't want to remain as third telco, and that's why we're the newest telco because we want to be number one. So, according to him, DITO has started manufacturing SIM cards. DITO Chief Administrative Officer Adel Tamano, meanwhile, said his company might have its commercial launch a little earlier than its March 2021 deadline. Yung current president kasi niyan, si Eric Alberto, is my kapitbahay in the condominium sa Makati. We are in the same floor. Actually, magkatabi lang yung units namin. And nakasama ko rin yan sa condominium corporation. Pareho kami naging director ng condominium corporation. So, at the time, he was still in PLDT. Pero I seldom see him now. Medyo busy siguro sa kanyang work sa DITO. I think he is the CEO now. He replaced Dennis Oy. Anyway, Eric, if you're listening, hello and good luck. Okay, so our next news is on IMI. IMI swings to $9 million income. We had this news yesterday, di ba? That's why the IMI stock had a breakout, and this was the reason. Ayala-led Integrated Microelectronics Inc. or IMI returned to profit in the third quarter as its operations started picking up after the coronavirus-related lockdowns were eased. In a statement on Thursday, the electronics manufacturer said its attributable net income stood at $9.11 million in the July to September period, a turnaround of the $5.33 million attributable net loss it saw a year ago. So positive yung catalyst niya. And it was better than expected profit. So on a quarter-on-quarter basis, IMI's revenue grew 42% because of better profit margins of 9.7%. The company attributed its growth to increasing utilization of fixed overhead and improving manufacturing efficiency. Okay, so that's it for the news for the day. And now let's take a look at the PSE and how the PSE fared in today's trading. Okay, the PSEI recovered slightly today. It went up 74.61 points or 1.19% up from the previous day. It just recovered the previous day's loss. So 1.19%. Yesterday, it lost 2.01. But there is a gap here, and that gap will have to be filled up soon. So if we'll take a look at the resistance level, or support level ng PSEI, nandito siya. Ang year support niya is here. Nasa 6165.17. And the nearest resistance is, I would say here, because there is a just at the edge of the gap, 6376 area. Now guys, when I say support and resistance and points on the support and resistance line, these are not exact points but areas. So let's take a look at the summary. 135 companies advanced, 81 declined, while 37 remained unchanged. The total volume was 2.38 billion, valued at 7.29 billion. There was net foreign selling of 1.2 billion. For the indices, all indices were positive except for the services, which registered a 0.24% decline. The gainers were led by mining at 2.12%. Sumunod dyan ay ang properties 2.09. Ang mining lamang ang merong net foreign buying of 1.36 billion, while the all share indices had a modest gain of 0.71%. So ano ba yung mga most active stocks natin ngayon? Let's review the following. Converge, DITO, BDO, ICT, Ali, PXP, MBT, Green, IMI, and Merrimart. So let's take a look first at the first one, Converge. Okay, Converge is down today, 14.78. There appears to be a resistance here. Ito nasa 15. Nasa 15 yung resistance niya, 15.24. So somewhere there is the resistance. And up to the 5 days of trading, support is forming here. Merong support dito at mga 1450, 1446 area. So maaaring dito lang siya naglalaro within that area. So that's Converge. And remember, the IPO price is 1680, and it has lost a lot since it debuted Monday. Okay, the next, let's take a look at DITO. Okay, DITO declined today, but it had a gap up of 7 and went down to 682. However, the stock is still bullish, since I drew a trend line here to show the movement of the stock. It reached a high at 705, pero meron kasing resistance dito at 7 So na-reject siya doon sa resistance level na yun, and it went down to 6.82 today, kaya red candlestick siya. Pero makikita nyo green ito dahil the comparison here is against the previous day's close. It closed yesterday at 677 and opened at 7. Kaya, yan green siya dito pero red candlestick dito. That's the explanation there. So, what do I expect of the stock? Move sideways lang yan. It may move between the 7 peso area, and the nearest resistance is here. Lagyan natin the nearest resistance. It may move within the resistance level of dito, mga 630 o 660. Mga 660 yung nearest resistance niya. Yan, 650, 660. So, dyan lang yan maglalaro. Pero kung bumaba pa siya, ito yung nearest resistance, nasa 611. Pero ito yung pinakamalapit na. 630, 640. Okay. Next, let's take a look at BDO. Si BDO, had a doji. So, several days na siya bumababa. Started October 26. And then yesterday, it had a gap down. And right now, it tried to go up, but it ended lower. Pero very slight lang naman. Flat yung kanyang closing price at 88.80. And that's what happened to most of the financial stocks today. So, there's a gap here. And that gap will have to be filled soon. But for our purposes now, the stock may test the nearest support of 88.03 or 88, the 88 level. And if it continues to move down, the next support would be here na. Mga 86. 86 na yung nearest support niya after 88. So, let's see what will happen on Monday. It's a long weekend today. It may test the 88.03 and may bounce, may have a bounce here, or it may go down and have a bounce at the 86 level. The 88 level is already cheap because you see the stock had a high of 160. Yan, no, almost 50% discount yan eh. Yan, nakikita nyo yung stock ng BDO. Malaki yung potential niya. Okay, next, let's take a look at ICT. ICT is another index stock. Okay, ICT had a green candlestick today, meaning it recovered. Mga modest lang naman, 0.44%. No? And it tested, it didn't, it opened near the support area of 112 or 113. Actually, it opened at 113. It may just continue to move sideways because the nearest resistance is nandito siya. Bigyan natin ng linya. Mga 117, 118 yung nearest resistance niya. No, maaring mag-move lamang within this area. Meron kasing volume now eh. So most probably, ang maging movement ng stock is magkaroon siya ng mag-move higher siya and may test the resistance of 117, 118 level. No, but malaki yung volume niya today eh. Kaya na-push yung prices up. Okay, so it may move higher on Monday because of this. So let's see na lang, no? And it may just retest the 117. Otherwise, the nearest support is 112, 113 area. Okay, next, let's take a look at Ali. Ali had a recovery today from a red candlestick last Friday. It recovered 2.48%, almost 2.5%. Yesterday, it lost 4.87%, almost 5%. Ngayon, mga 2.5% ang recovery niya. Now, it will just probably move within the support and resistance level. Ito yung support niya without the volume. Ito yung nearest support. And the nearest resistance would be 33.86 or 34 or the 34 level. The nearest resistance is at 33.86 and the nearest support is at the 32 level. So it may just move within this support and resistance area. Let's put up our indicators. So the indicator would indicate that it is just consolidating. So from a bullish trend early this week, the index is in consolidation mode and the stock of the Ali is doing the same. Okay, the next that we have will be PXP. Well, PXP had a green candlestick today, 8.42%. That's a significant increase. Net foreign buying. And the gap up started on October 19 and it remained at that level. October 19 kasi the stock opened at 11.58 and stayed there. So the at that level or at this level, it may test the resistance of 12.50 and nearest support is at 10.38. The gap is medyo malaki, no? And in sometime in the future, that gap will have to be filled. Kasi nag-start siya dito eh. October 16, yung announcement ng lifting of the moratorium in the West Philippine Sea, o yung exploration, no? So nag-gap up siya dito ng 772 from the previous close of 511, no? 515. Nag-gap up siya ng 772. Tapos dito nag-gap up uli siya ng 1158. Dito nag-recover. So mukhang nagko-consolidate lang within this area of 1240 to 1250 and 1040 area. And then let's take a look at MBT. MBT had a red candlestick today and it tested the support of 40 pesos. So it had been moving downwards and would probably test the 40 peso level. Pero kung titignan natin yung mga indicators natin, pataas pa rin siya. And it may retest again that support area. Otherwise, kung patuloy siyang bumaba, yung next support niya is nandito na sa 38, 39. Mga 39 na. Mga 38, yung next support area niya. Diyan siya, no? O pwede natin ilagay dito. Yan. 38. 38.70 to 39 area yung next support level niya. So, i-retest niya muna itong 40 peso na price. Okay. Then after MBT, let's take a look at green. Okay. Si green had a red candlestick previous day, pero nag-recover siya today, no? 2.15%. So, it retested the support of 232, then it made a bounce, no? And the nearest resistance is at 245. So, it will retest that area. Ang pinaka-catalyst kasi niya, mga kaibigan, mga kapatid at kapuso at kabarkada, ang catalyst po niya is the shift in government policy on not to accept new applications for coal-fired plants. And that would give companies like Green, ASEN, and FGen an advantage because they are companies using renewable energy. So they use the sun, the wind, water. They also use geothermal. Now, let's see where the stock will go. It tested at 230 level and it made a bounce here. So the next resistance will be 245, no? But kung titingnan nyo yung ating indicator, pataas siya. Although merong dito, slight overshoot ng konti dito. Then, tingnan natin si IMI. IMI had a breakout for the past few days. Right now, there was profit taking. And it lost 5.01%. So, maaring mag-move lang siya within this level. Kasi this is the support. Nasa support siya actually. It's sitting on support. And it has a resistance here. Titingnan natin yung historical. Malayo yung historical niya. Nasa April yung historical level niya. No? So, yan yung pinaka-nearest support and resistance. It may just move within this area, or if there is volume, then it may break the 676 price. Net foreign selling siya today, pero maliit lang. And finally, we have Merrimart. Okay, si Merrimart, just moving sideways, but still above the candlestick yung ating indicator, no? So, yung support and resistance, if you will take a look, yung resistance niya nandito. Yan yung resistance niya. Maybe we can place it a little bit. Yan. And the nearest support is, pwede natin ilagay dito. Yan. Kasi merong resistance dito na naging support. And ito yung area din ng support niya dito. No? So, ang support niya nasa 320 area, while the resistance is at the 350 area and may just move within that level. No? Pero kung titingnan mo yung indicator natin, under the indicator pa yung mga candlesticks, so masasabi nating bullish trend pa rin siya. So let's see what will happen on the following days. But that's how I see based on the candlestick chart of Merrimart. Okay, so that's it for our edition of the stock market today. And we have a long weekend ahead of us. Happy weekend and stay safe. Make sure that you have your RFID with you. Ito po si Benji Chodoro, laging nagpapaalala, an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Next Tuesday na po yung next trading day natin. Thank you and bye for now.